Taking control of your life creates a ripple effect where every aspect, from your relationships and career to your personal growth and mental health, drastically improves. And you only have to control one thing for all of this to happen: your brain. Now, your brain is kind of lazy, right? It wants the path that uses the least amount of energy to survive. And if that means doing the bare minimum, then so be it. When you take the steering wheel away from that lazy brain, you'll see how far those ripple effects can go. So today, to help motivate you, we're going to tell you the 15 things that happen once you take control of your life. Welcome to Alux. First up, you'll have better relationships and more genuine friendships too. The through thick and thin mentality of relationships have left us feeling that everyone owes us friendship no matter what we're going through, even people we've just met. Reality check: no, they don't. While it's great to have friends who stick with you through tough times, people have their own lives, their own tough times, and it's not fair to expect other people to deal with us when we don't have control of our lives and we can't even deal with ourselves. Once you start gaining control of your life, people will feel safe and comfortable around you. Control also allows you to feel safe and comfortable opening up yourself to new people. It allows you to give the people in your life the time and attention they deserve. Next up, you'll gain confidence. People always want to know, how can I be more confident? And things like looking good to feel good, hyping yourself up in the mirror, and setting and achieving goals. All of those are great, but do you know where they come from? They come from you taking control of your life, that's where. They come from you sitting at the steering wheel and driving to the places you want to go. You're not on autopilot anymore. When you're in control, you know that you're safe and that you can depend on yourself, so you naturally feel okay doing things out of your comfort zone. You feel okay speaking up in a group, or you'll walk into a room with a smile because you know you can rely on yourself to either not mess up or to mess up and bounce back. You'll have more freedom and independence. Now, we don't often associate these things with control, right? But freedom is the power and right to think and act how you want to. Independence is being free from outside control. When you don't have control of your life, you feel confined to a box. You feel like every action or word has life-changing consequences, and so you're scared to do anything. But you can do the things you want, like go on holiday, have a fun weekend, or propose to your partner because you know that future you has your back just like present you does. The feeling of freedom and independence gives you this chance to be fearless when you need to take the scary risks. It's a complete overhaul of your life, and although it can be scary, we've made sure there's a way for us to be there for you every step of the way through our Reinvent Mastery course. It's our most concise and detailed course on how you can completely change your life. Moving countries, changing jobs, improving relationships, changing the way the world sees you, all these things work in tandem with your freedom and independence, and it's all in our course. Your life is going to drastically change in the next 6 months, and if it doesn't, we'll give you all your money back, no questions asked. We 100% believe in this course because we've done it. We've passed on the knowledge to other people, and we're sharing it with you now. You can even get $100 off if you use the promo code NEWME at checkout. It's Alux.com/reinvent. We believe in you, Aluxer. You've got this. It's time to make a change. More money. Look, control gives you more money. This might be one of the most noticeable ways to see the effect of having control of your life. It's also a really good way to see how much control you're lacking. When you don't have control, you spend frivolously. You buy more takeout because you don't want to cook, because the idea of cooking has your brain telling you to, hey, chill out in front of the TV all night. You're more impulsive, so you walk into the store for socks, and you walk out with a new wardrobe charged to your credit card. But when you're in control, before you do something, that little voice in your head pipes up and says, do you really need this? Like, really? That is you pushing back, and you can walk out there with just what you came in there for every time. Just think about how much more money you would have in your bank account if you were in control of your life. less stress and anxiety. Now, a big part of being in control of your life is your ability to control your reaction to situations. The more you practice this, the better you'll become. When something happens, we often react immediately, and our immediate reaction is very emotional. But when we learn to control this, if something happens, the little voice will pipe up again and say, "Take a deep breath, calm down first." That breather allows you to craft a more logical, reasonable response instead of an emotional reaction. The ripple effect of this is that when stress and anxiety hit, which they inevitably will, you will have the tools to step back from them. You are more safe and secure. When you have control over your life, you perform well. You generally have a good balance of the amount of work, effort, and time you put into the things you do. It could be projects at work, arranging quality time with friends and family, eating well and exercising, whatever is a priority to you. And doing these things consistently also puts you in tune with how you feel. If you're slacking at one point, you're more likely to notice and direct some attention there. This vigilance helps you to feel good about the work you're producing and the relationships you're nurturing, so you feel safe within those areas of life. You know that you're doing your best to protect those parts of your life. More recognition and acknowledgement. Now, this one might seem kind of superficial, but it is important. As you gain control of your life, you'll also get more recognition and acknowledgement. People can see when you're doing well, and when you have good people in your life, they'll compliment you because of it. And knowing the changes you've made and the things you've achieved are noticed by other people, it gives you confidence. It increases your motivation because you want to continue improving. It's this positive reinforcement that drives future effort and commitment. It also gives a sense of belonging because it shows that you're a valuable part of the group. Instead of feeling isolated or insignificant, you feel like you really matter. Better health. The road to better health is pretty simple when you're in control of your life. You're in control of what you do. You don't give into impulses, so you don't have those sleepless, alcohol-filled benders that inhibit your sleep and destroy your immune system. And if you do get sick, hey, which does happen, you can pick up on it and act upon it easily because you're in tune with your body and you've developed an action-oriented mindset. And all of this leads to better overall health. People can't upset you as much. It's the most annoying thing when you're innocently going about your day having a great time and someone, somehow, ruins it. Whether it's intentional or not, people will do things that drive you crazy. If you give them that power, they can easily affect your entire day. But when you have control over your life and your emotions, you can just brush it off easily, even laugh about it. How much will their actions affect your life a week from now? Probably not very much, right? So it is not worth your time and energy. More free time. We think of control as having only constraints, and when we're chained to something, we don't imagine having free time. We think our day is filled with structure, so there's no room for flexibility. But really, when you've got structure, you tend to do things faster and more efficiently. You can take out things that aren't a priority and slot in more free time if you need to. Not having structure usually means you spend much longer on each task because there isn't a clear time pushing you to finish. Something that could have taken 2 hours has now taken you 4, and it's eaten into your free time. You stop feeling so exhausted. Exhaustion happens from a combination of too little sleep, sleep that's not restful, or too many things going on without any downtime. And look, laying there stressing about stuff does not count as downtime, okay? Your control over your life puts a stop to all of this. You gain the power to tell yourself, no, we're not going to delay sleeping, it's time for bed. You dedicate a certain amount of time to the things you need to do, and then you switch off and take a proper break. When you've got control, you can also see everything you need to do, and you know yourself well enough to realize when you've got too much on your plate, and then you can delegate it. You'll feel less irritated with the world. This follows having more energy and not feeling tired all the time. Bad sleep is the easiest route to a bad mood. So when you're in control of your bedtime for the night, your mood the next day automatically improves. You also have more control over that spike of annoyance, and you can talk yourself down from it instead of ruminating and getting more worked up. Sometimes the smallest things can set us off and make us believe the world is out there to get us, and everything that goes wrong confirms this. But with control, you can remind yourself that bad things happen all the time, and you're just paying attention to it now because you've decided that's what your day is going to be like. You become more accepting and open-minded. Accepting the world and people for who and what they are comes from a place of security, confidence, and control. It's a part of realizing that the way people are or the way the world works is not a direct threat to you or your survival. You'll be fine. You're in control here. But when you lose that control, it can feel like the world is working against you. It's easier to blame other people for you not performing well than it is to face the truth, which is that your life is your responsibility. More productive and action-oriented. Gaining control of your life takes a lot of movement. It's not just about inner reflection, which, because we can't see, sometimes doesn't feel like we're doing anything. Control is focused on the tangible, so you see results quickly, which encourages you to keep going. And because you've seen the progress, it's become second nature for you to take that productive mindset and use it in all areas of your life. Your brain learns the effectiveness of going step by step and following through on your plans, so it becomes excited to do exactly that. Last on our list are bigger and better ideas. And actually, it's our favorite one because you don't often expect it, right? How does having more control lead to getting bigger and better ideas? Doesn't control box us in and limit the brainstorming? Well, absolutely not, my friend, because you've reined in all those other important aspects of your life. Your mind has the space to run free and be its most creative, fulfilled self. It opens up the space for your imagination to run wild. With everything else in control, you feel lighter and coherent. It's like you can hear yourself really think creatively for maybe the first time ever. You're not just overthinking, you're being creative. Taking control isn't some kind of wishy-washy, take it day by day, everything always works out kind of situation. No, it's a change in perspective. It's consistent, solution-oriented action. That's why the effects are felt and seen so clearly. So, we want to know, out of the 15 things we spoke about here today, what would you find the most valuable for your life? Let us know in the comments, my friend. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.